year, unless Brew finds a caveat to bail on his predictions mid-season or even earlier.
Don't find them. They're
if
just
the
there.
Bengals start
They're
slow,
just there.
which leads to a philosophical brawl, a discussion about our unwritten, but we still have them in a binder bylaws, and honestly, pretty good TV. We're starting the week with the AFC East. Nick, the floor is yours.
All right, we'll go through these 4, 3, 2, 1. There are very few things in modern America, sports or otherwise, that there is unanimity on. Yep. I don't even know if we could get, a total 100% consensus on the shape of the earth or the color of the sky.
You can't.
We can on who is going to finish last in the AFC East.
Oh, wow, the Jets.
Well, the New England Patriots come in number 4. It doesn't need much description. They don't have a single player draftable in fantasy. They have a good quarterback, they hope, and because of that, they might not play him because they are afraid of what that would do.
Not great.
All right, now to the interesting part. Number 3. The New York Jets.
There we go.
I do not trust
More
the coaching staff at all. I honestly do not trust the quarterback. I don't know that Aaron Rodgers, at 40 years old, off an Achilles, having not played in the offseason for reasons I don't understand, is going to be an above average, forget great, above average AFC quarterback. So the New York Jets, despite the fact that I do like the defense, especially if Hassan Reddick decides he wants to, get a key card, should be decent. I don't trust the coaching staff. I don't trust the offense at all. I don't trust the quarterback. They're number 3. At number 2, the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, I expect, sadly, to be very similar to last year. I think they have too much talent, raw talent, for the lesser teams to deal with. I think they can look absolutely unbelievable under the right setting, and that doesn't just mean good weather, but it kind of does.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly indoors.
50 and above.
Right. And I think that at times they can pop. But the losses on their offensive line, the personnel losses on defense, the big difference to me is I don't have them or the Jets making the playoffs. Wow. I think this is a one playoff team division.
Wow.
And that one playoff team is the Buffalo Bills, which I think that there has been an over-market correction on the Bills. The entire media was so sick of me being the only person right about them the last 4 years. They've now gone in the other direction, and now they're too far down on the Bills where people think they could finish 3rd in the division. That won't happen. They are going to have a good, not great, but a good defense, and they're going to have a good, not great, but a good offense because Josh Allen provides a good offense by himself, and Sean McDermott, for his flaws, provides a good defense almost by himself. Those two things will combine for at least 10 or 11 wins. That'll be enough to win the division. I think the Dolphins and Jets both miss. So there it is. There's the AFC East, 1 through 4 or 4 through 1.
Craig?
Look, I agree with one thing. There will be one division winner that makes the playoffs and one team that makes the playoffs from this division.
Oh, wow.
I just disagree that it's going to be the Bills. I believe it's going to be the Jets. And I knew your argument would be that I don't believe in their coach. I don't believe in the coach.
Yeah.
And so this would be my rebuttal to that. I've never seen a coach step on the field and play. Never seen it.
Well, Dan Campbell does.
Never. No.
Jim Harbaugh all the time.
When he's coaching, never seen it. So for me, when I look at this Jets team, yes, there's great expectation because of obviously Aaron Rodgers, and we know he hasn't played in a year and all the things. However, this was a team that, with no quarterback, with your guy Zach Wilson, who teetered on the cusp of trying to make the postseason last season. You give Aaron Rodgers an opportunity to win some of those close games. And again, you can't compare seasons, but you just got to believe that he's going to go in there and win some games that they otherwise wouldn't have won because of quarterback play. Now you go to the Dolphins. This is a one-trick pony for me. This is an offensive-minded team, and I just don't think they're going to be able to get it done the way that they did last season. I don't believe totally in Tua. I do like the coach. If you want to talk about coaches, I do really believe in the coach. But for me, the Buffalo Bills is the team that they're like the wild card in this entire deal because of Josh Allen. When you look at this team, you look at defensively, yes, I think they'll be really good. But offensively, we just don't know how great of a performance Josh Allen is going to put on the field with this young, talented or not talented group of guys
Unknown
that we
receivers,
don't
yeah.
know.
Okay. Drew?
Well, Nick got one
Annihilated.
thing right.
The Patriots.
The Patriots
last.
will be
I
last.
told you. You didn't know.
I mean, I could just do my list. Should I? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
now it's
that's
time
what
for
you're
my
doing.
list.
We're a little
I
rusty
thought I was
on
supposed to comment. I thought I was supposed to comment on
no.
next
No,
list.
your list will be
getting
your
All
Say
right,
one.
we do
rebuttal.
agree at number 4. Now, I will say this. I will say this. I feel, after watching Drake May in the preseason, I feel better about the Patriots than I did a month ago.
Right for 5.
I will give you that.
You guess 5 wins?
Look, no. Well, yeah, they could get 5 or 6 wins.
Ooh, 6.
And if he plays well, like this season is all about developing him. And remember, I was like, if I'm Brandon Ayuk, I am not trying to go to New England. And I still kind of feel that way, but I wouldn't feel as bad about it now. Like if he went there in a trade, I know he doesn't want to. That, Drake Mays looks like he's got.
Drew, if it was
I
if Brandon Ayuk, if the Niners told him, listen, we are
Steelers
trading you
or-
today. It is the Steelers or it is the Patriots. They're offering you the same money, and you're advising him. Where are you telling him?
I'm gonna be honest. I would still say Steelers.
Oh, come on,
Here's
bro.
why.
Give Wild
Here's
something.
why. Because he's gonna be there long term, and I get it. I like Drake May.
Yeah.
But I think next year
You
that
really
will
would
probably
say, you
stay
would
in
say
Dallas.
Steelers?
Because I think they'll get a quarterback.
They've been trying to.
They don't.
I think they'll get a
Okay.
They haven't had a
quarterback.
quarterback since Ben.
But I like Drake May.
All right, go ahead.
Drake
Sorry,
May.
I
But
interrupted.
anyway,
I
I'll take that as a
interrupted.
W.
At
to be honest
number
with you.
3, the Miami Dolphins.
Come on.
And I
Oh,
got
playoffs!
Wow.
I got a
Wow.
3. This is a 3 playoff division. You guys got that wrong. 1 playoff team? Are you kidding me? All right, now I agree.
We're gonna get to Friday and
that,
we're gonna
and
have 9
I was
playoffs.
the architect of this take.
What?
The Dolphins can't play in cold weather,
True.
and they can only beat up tomato cans. And their schedule is kind of rough.
cans-
The Tomato
the
cans were the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Not.
They were the breakdancers.
They were the
No,
break
but they both couuld
They-
only beat
they-
tomato
I
cans.
know, but
they were break dancers too, but they only beat up tomato cans.
But, hey,
they
Dusty-
were 1-6 against
Drew's still on
playoff
Bali.
teams.
Hey,
It works for both teams.
I know, but put it in the bank, just creatively.
I can't say tomato cans about the Dolphins.
Breakdancers with the tomato
I know.
cans. They come out with.
Have them in tomato can uniforms.
No.
So I got the Dolphins number 10. And Greg knows, we were talking before the show. I struggled because there was another team in the AFC I liked that I was like, but I'm going to go with the Dolphins and make the playoffs.
Okay.
All right, at number 2, the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
And they, of course, will make the playoffs too. I hate losing Matt Milano on defense, at least for most of the year, but I agree with Nick. Sean McDermott is a great defensive coach. Even as I've thought he should have been on a hot seat in the past as a head coach, defensively, even with the injury to Milano and the guys they lost, I think he'll have that team playing good defense. And Josh by himself is worth some victories.
Correct.
They got the 2 tight ends. I think they're going to play a little more ball control and stuff. And then that means, of course, Greg Jennings got this right, that the New York Jets, Nick, their roster on paper
I'm so sick of
is
this.
nasty. It is. I mean, you got a great defensive backfield led by Sauce Gardner. You got great linebackers. You got Quinn Williams up front and a nice defensive front. Offensively, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams is healthy or going to be
Wait, what?
healthy.
I
He
don't
will
even
be
think he's
healthy for week
practicing
1.
yet.
Oh, but it looks like he's going to be ready for week 1. That's the scuttlebutt.
Hold on,
He
can
will
I
be
ask you
ready
a question?
for week 1.
Just real quick. Other than Garrett, because I agree with you about the defense for the most part. Other than Garrett Wilson, who on their offense do you love that isn't a massive injury risk? Yeah, exactly.
Everyone. I'll give you that.
Answers
I'll
everyone.
give you that.
Well,
I'll give you that.
Brees played 2
I
years.
think-
One of them blew out his
Right,
knee.
I'll give you
That's
that.
an injury
Brees-
So
risk.
now
Brees
he's
could-
injury risk because
I
he
mean-
got injured 1 year.
Well, it's half of the years.
That's fair.
One of two.
That is fair, Nick.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Yeah.
Rodgers is older and Tyron Smith
Luckily,
and all
they
that.
play on great
But they
terms.
got a little more depth on the offensive line. They might be able to withstand injuries. But
Yeah.
Rodgers does not have to be the MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you.
If he's just better, maybe even just a little better than he was in Green Bay, I think he'd be somewhere in between the MVP and his last year in Green Bay, which I fully expect. Then they can be a very good team because they're stacked elsewhere. And let me defend Robert Saleh
Bobby?
a little bit. And yeah, I was going to say, as Nick would say, Bobby Saleh. As Greg said, this dude won 7 games last year, beat Buffalo, beat Philadelphia,
Lost to New
beat
England.
Houston with the worst quarterback play in the league. The worst. Now you just give him Aaron Rodgers because of his wisdom, and 40 isn't what it used to be. He's going to at least be a good quarterback. And if he's a good quarterback, I think they got enough to win this division.
I don't mind this list, Boo. Like what I
don't like is the 3 playoff.
The 3 playoff
it's tough.
Teams.
It's a lot. I give you that.
You think?
Last year the North though had 3.
Yeah, I just don't see 3 playoff teams coming out of this division. We'll see. Again, we're all unanimous with the number 4 team.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show.